Alrighty. Good morning, YouTube. It's the old soldier coming at you from Robeson County, North Carolina. And it is a cool morning this morning. I think it's like 55 degrees out here, which is like super duper awesome. Because it has been way too hot. Way too hot. So, anyhow, anyway, T.G.I.F. today. That's right, T.G.I.F. What are we going to talk about now? Yeah. What is a good subject of conversation for today? For it is Friday. And, well, we could talk about the president's rally in Minneapolis. How he's trying to take Minnesota and make it a red state. He may win, he may not, I don't know. Apparently that rally went rather well, but there are a whole ton of craptastic protesters that showed up as well, so hard to say. Yeah, bear with me, my camera tripod's wanting to act stupid this morning. So I'm trying to keep it from tipping over as I drive down the road. But anyway, honking at my neighbor, he's getting ready to go to work. But anyway, folks, it has been a good week in a lot of ways for me personally. Enjoying my new job, teaching, mentoring. The young men that I have in my class seem to be very, very eager and excited to be there each day, which is, in this day and age, seems to be about half the battle. But it's like any other group of students. There's going to be the times that, you know, they get bored, and I understand it. Some of the material I'm teaching, what comes out of the textbook portion of it that I got to give them is just dry. It may make a great bedtime storybook in a lot of ways. But, no, folks. I know the last couple of days I've been on a rant about how things are going in this nation and things that we need to work on as a nation as a whole to change. Give a shout out right quick to my buddy Warsaw Patriot. Every time I see his comments, he always reminds me to take things and turn it back over to God, because it's all in his greater plan. One way or the other, it's in God's hands. And, you know, we just got to realize that sometimes. I think, you know, let's talk about that for a minute. Our views. That's one I want to talk about. Apparently, the governor of Tennessee has come under scrutiny from atheists and the ACLU, I think they said, and, you know, other non-Christian believing people. And that's fine if they don't want to be Christian. I get that. But he just basically told the people of the state that he was going to pray for them and pray for the state. He was sharing his personal beliefs with the state that he governs. He was not mandating that they all had to go to church and accept Jesus or all going to die. You know, he didn't do a lick of that. But now these atheists coming out saying he's, hey, you know, come on, people. Let's stop the horse mess. It is different if they try to force the religion on the people. And oh, by the way, for those that say that other religions don't do that, well, that's a crock of hooey. We're going to take Islam for just a minute. True and traditional Islam allows one of three things: kill the infidel, convert the infidel, or had the infidel pay the tax. For all the naysayers out there that Islamic law is compatible with U.S. law. No, it's not. Or that Islam law is more benevolent than what was laid out in the Bible. No, it's not. So, that one. We could go into various aspects of tribalism. That's another influencer. But again, bottom line, end of the day, all this unnecessary and unneeded protest and aggression to the governor of Tennessee for just coming out and saying he's going to pray for the people of the state, pray for their state, pray for the productivity of their state, that they'd be prosperous. Just sharing his personal belief and views with his constituency. Now, nowhere in that message did he say, you need to accept Jesus Christ, your Lord and Savior. He could have, and still would have been perfectly fine. And here's why I say that. He didn't endorse Christianity as the official state religion. He didn't state that in order to get preferential treatment, you need to be a Christian. He didn't state that if you're not a Christian, you have to pay a special tax. He didn't say that your child won't be allowed to go to public school if they're not a Christian. He didn't say your child would be kicked out if he didn't want to pray in school. Everybody kind of see where I'm going with this? But yet, people want to fuss and complain once again. They got their underwear in a twist, and oh my goodness, we're all gonna, oh no, he said pray. He said, he's gonna pray. Just squash it, folks. Just squash it. I commend the governor of Tennessee for doing that, because the turd of a governor we got here in North Carolina ain't gonna do that. Yeah, I called him a turd because that's what he is. Normally I don't do that, but I'm about fed up with our governor here in North Carolina. He's about as worthless as, well, y'all can finish the analogy however you choose to, but he's worthless. Roy Boy, what I like to call him, Roy Boy. Refuses to work with the state legislature. Still don't know really how he truly got elected legally. I just know that the state Republican Party didn't want to challenge the election results because of the two counties that allowed Roy Cooper to win. Just my thoughts on it, folks. Because there was a whole lot of uninvestigated activity that was of a questionable manner during that election. But that's all right, Roy boy. You're on your way out next election. So I hope you got your law practice ready to go back into business, buddy boy. But anyway, folks, enough on that one. Like I said, I commend the governor of Tennessee for broadcasting his views and just letting people know that, hey, I care about you enough to say that I'm going to publicly and on TV that I'm going to pray for you and pray for our state to be prosperous. Again, it all boils back down to hyper and ultra hyper sensitivity. It's got to stop, folks. It has got to stop. That might be why I've lost some viewers here lately. I was up to like 324 subscribers. I'm back down to 319. So maybe I've offended some people with my rants. Don't know. If I have, so be it. But if you think my belief in Jesus Christ as my Lord and Savior is offensive, well, that's your opinion. Choose to be offended by my belief, well, just be offended. I'm not going to apologize to you for it at all, not in the least bit. If anything, I'm going to tell you, God bless you, and I'm praying for you. And mean it. And if that bothers you, I'll say it again. So folks, like I said, the hypersensitivity, the hypersensitivity, it's just getting to be ridiculous. Ridiculous. The hatred for our commander-in-chief, ridiculous. And listen to one commentary. Again, the mainstream media is kind of hiding real numbers. They did that with Hillary, and it didn't work out so well for them. Of course, old Hillary, old crooked Hillary, she didn't want to hear the truth if it, when it was told to her by her own people. She just thought that they were supposed to hand over the keys to the White House to her, and the election was just supposed to have been a mere formality. So on election night, when it came to the final realization that she wasn't going to be president, she didn't even have the intestinal fortitude to come out and talk to her own supporters and let them know. That's pretty sad and it's pretty arrogant. I don't care how upset you are, these people backed you. They gave you their hard-earned money. And you had to send out your representative to speak to them. And yet, some of these dipsticks still support this lady. I just don't get it. I just don't get it. So we've got a 20-ring circus on the left running for president. Yeah. They're going to just turn around and hand the presidency over to President Trump for a second term. It's fine with me. There ain't nobody on the left right now that's worth 2 ounces of rat spit for me. But all the lies and misleading and half-truths they keep telling in order to support their viewpoint, it's just getting to be sickening. First it was comical, but now it's just getting to the point it's just sickening. And again, like I said, sadly, the mainstream media won't touch any of their lies with a 10-foot pole other than to try and sweep them under the rug. It's, getting to be ridiculous. Even Fox News has gotten bad. I used to watch them a lot. But ever since the man's sons took over, the quality of Fox News shows has gone from sugar to you-know-what. I mean, the morning portion from 4 to 6 is okay, but some of their other shows throughout the day, it's pretty sad when they hire Donna Brazile to come on their show as a contributor and a commentator. A woman that basically engineered the nomination to Hillary Clinton and screwed Bernie Sanders last time. And for lack of a better term, actually came outright and admitted it. And now she gets, I don't know. So, again, folks, you keep your eyes and your ears posted to the ground. Sometimes you just got to look through the source to find the truth. But like I said, it's all in God's plan. What that plan is, He doesn't always tell us. But just got to have faith that what He's doing is what He said He's going to do. So, but anyway. It is Friday. Fall is upon us here in North Carolina, it seems, finally. And looking forward to the weekend. I honestly am. I hope you are too. I am going to try and get a video out tomorrow. Kind of get back onto something else other than my rants. Get back into some history. I know a lot of you like my history lessons or historical pieces, so I'll try and find something to present to you tomorrow along those lines. I haven't quite figured out what that's going to be yet, but more to follow. But tell me down in the comments today what you'd like to hear me talk about tomorrow, and I'll see what I can come up with. In Warsaw, I hadn't forgot about the poem on Chicago you want me to do. I'm going to try and start working on that next week, brother. If you don't know, last Monday during our live poetry session, Warsaw was chatting with me and he was just asking if I could do a poem on Chicago and its plight. It's got to the point now you don't hear much about Chicago in the news anymore, because again, the left trying to sweep things under the rug. Chicago is probably one of the most dangerous cities in the United States to live in right now, because of violence. I'm not going to call it gun violence. Violence. Gun's just an instrument. Folks, you can go to the CDC site just as well as I can and pull up the statistics of gun violence. People killed by guns versus, automobiles, knives, blunt force objects. The anti-gunners like to tout suicide as gun violence. No, that's just somebody that didn't want to reach out for help, taking their own life, and just used a gun as their instrument. More people commit suicide with drugs and cutting themselves. But they love to throw that suicide by gun in there as a gun violence as a crime. Again, it's manipulation of the truth. To fit a narrative that this tripod about driving me crazy today. Just to fit a narrative so they can get their way. Once again, it's just pathetic that they do this. Extremely pathetic if you ask me. But anyway, folks. Everybody be safe out there this weekend. If you're going to drive, don't drink. If you're going to drink, don't drive. If you go swimming, swim with a buddy. Whoa, hit a bump in the road. If you're going downtown to have a good time, take a friend with you. That way, if you go to jail, you got somebody to go to jail with. Just kidding. Don't go do nothing stupid where you get locked up. But if you're traveling somewhere, travel with a friend. Take precautions, watch your area, be situationally aware, but also enjoy the sights and scenes of where you're going to. And with that being said, God bless, take care. Until tomorrow, it's the old soldier.